Okie dokie. Welcome to Marble Falls. 35 miles, 51 minutes, 250 watt hours per mile. Um, Overall, pretty reasonable trip. Of course, the Highland Lake Boulevard stop sign, FSD reached out and grabbed it for his own. Turning on to Loman Ford, let's see, I think I was 2 or 3 in line to make the turn when the light turned green, and there was no car directly behind me. Anyway, FSD does its now common thing of, well, let me slow down here a lot, almost to stop, and then I'm going to try to figure out how to turn left. I gave it a little accelerator to boost it along. Eventually, I figured out how to turn. We worked it all out. Up Loman Ford, no problems. 1431, initially no problems. Once we started to get into the curvy, more tree-ish section, some of those, I mean, the one by the church, there's a church west of Lago Vista, basically. Coming around that corner, he slowed down to 40 miles an hour. We're in a 55 zone. He slowed down to 40 miles an hour. Oh my. So several curves are like that, where he slows down more than 5 miles an hour. I mean, 5 miles an hour, I get, he's kind of like, oh, I don't know what to do. But more than 5 miles an hour, that's, you're risking getting rear-ended. But whatever. I mean, maybe FSD on hardware, what are we, hardware 3? Maybe FSD on hardware 3 isn't really possible. I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm sounding real negative, but it's just, it feels like it's regressed so much lately, and it's just disappointing. And knowing that we're actually looking at middle of next year, maybe. Hello? You said at the end of this year. Of course, Elon has said that every year for years. So why am I disappointed? I don't know. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. So there are a few places in 1431 going west out of Lago Vista where we slow down. Well. Okay, fine, whatever. The couple of times I got over because I saw a car coming up on me, like, okay, maybe I better move over. So move over in the turnout. It turns out they're turning. I mean, one guy in the Ram truck, a couple of times, he came screaming up within a car length of my back bumper. Right? I mean, I'm going really fast. Okay, one time he came up on me, I looked at him, he kind of backed off. Like, yeah, if you think I'm going too fast, tailgate me. Okay? What, you want me to slow down to 45 miles an hour? Can arrange that. In a 55 zone. Look, if it takes me another extra 10 minutes to get where I'm going, fine. Are you willing to pay that kind of price? Well, in this case, this guy knew what that look was. He did back off. And then we came across the car who was turning right. It was like all of a sudden, there was no turn signal. It was just, I mean, there wasn't at the last minute. You would think on 1431, cars screaming up behind you at 55 miles an hour, you'd want to use your turn signals. This car, no. I noticed his brake lights were on. He was slowing down. And then all of a sudden, right turn signal, he's turning right. Okay. So that Ram truck comes up. Well, guess what? The roads in front of me is clear. I accelerate out. I'm driving a Tesla. Come on, man. Anyway, so he's like, wait, what happened? Whoa, yeah. Stop being a jerk about it. Come on, man. Anyway, so eventually he does start catching up, but about time he's catching up, oh, he's going to turn left. But to make sure any cars behind him can't make the can't go by, he doesn't pull all the way into the left turn lane. He blocks part of the go straight lane. Yeah, that's a person who drives a Ram truck. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. All right, so finally I catch up to a Ford F-150, of course. Again, this is not FSD. This is just people driving. Now, to be fair to him, he's only 2 miles under the speed limit. Maybe he thinks he is going the speed limit, so let's not trash him too much. But it's the way it is. Okay, so it looks like Marble Falls, I forgot what district Marble Falls is in. I don't think they're in the Austin district. I don't think they are. But I've forgotten what district they are in. Anyway, looks like they're doing some resurfacing on some of the highway. What's strange to me is, they have this long section marked off, single lane, and they're allowing a bunch of cars to go in there. When I look up the road, they're all going stop and go. Okay, it turns out they're paving like 0.6 of a mile, something like that, towards the end of this single lane section. It seems like it'd be easier to control traffic if you shortened how much you're blocking, but I don't know, whatever. I'm not a construction person. What do I know? Anyway, so we're going through this long section. Oh my goodness. I think the section itself is what, 2.5, 3 miles? Maybe more? I don't know. If I had any idea it was going to be that long, I would have made a note of it. Whatever. You're out of the section when you see the guy with the slow stop sign, right? And he's just past where they're doing the asphalt, right? I don't know. And they got one of those little roller things on there. They have a what do you call those, graders? Yeah, they have a grader who's I guess grading the asphalt. I don't know. And what's kind of interesting is the right side of the highway, the north side, you can see where the old asphalt is showing through the new asphalt. So it's like it's breaking up and falling off the street. So this is not being very effective, I don't think. But whatever, peace and harmony. They're doing what they can to improve the highway. Not that, compared to Santa Rosa, smooth as baby's bottom. Santa Rosa, the city street, that's true. But I didn't really consider there to be any problems on that section of highway. But whatever, peace and harmony, it is what it is. So as soon as I saw that we're going to go through this construction zone, brake on, FSD off, I sent a message, we're going down single lane. I'm not prepared to trust y'all on this one. Actually, once I was into it, I could have reinvoked FSD, I guess. Although it's kind of weird. So I'm going westbound. They force us into the eastbound lane, and there are some cones further up, but we're moving over as soon as we pass the guy with the sign. Then we come to a place where there's one of those convoy trucks in the westbound lane, and apparently that's our signal to go into the westbound lane to get out of the eastbound lane. Although there are some cones a lot further up. Okay, so like I said, I don't really trust FSD. Their layout. I'm just following the other traffic. following what pattern they've established. I'm just following it. To me, that's not the pattern that's laid out by the cones, but whatever. Don't trust FSD here. So I didn't. All right, so FSD stays off until we get up on 281. Once we get on 281, FSD back on. I'm thinking about the last time I came to Marble Falls. I broke off FSD because I really expected to turn right closer to the highway as opposed to coming up by the building. And looking at the map, it's occurring to me like, oh, well, they're actually expecting to drop me off in front of the building. All right. So this time I just let FSD do his thing. And sure enough, that's what he's doing. He's coming up to the more western entrance to Walmart. Now, since I still want to go down, after we finish right, on the first lane opens up, brake on, FSD off, go down the lane. Okay, not really, that's not really FSD's fault. I don't know how far FSD would have taken me. I just didn't feel like trying that today. But there you go. So I think so far the grade, I mean, if you were being generous, you'd give him an A. I think so far I'd be giving him a B. He hasn't really done anything horribly wrong. Some of the slowdowns on 1431 are somewhat ill-advised, but I get that he has his issues dealing with curves and vision. So, okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. Okie dokie. 35 miles. So 35 miles each way. 54 minutes. 261 watt hours per mile. So I use more energy coming back. Although it averages out to 255 watt hours per mile. Okay, whatever. That's fine. I mean, it's the way it is, right? All right, so right now, asking FSD to deal with traffic, I don't do it. I mean, traffic where we're having to wait for people to go by and have a spot open up so we can get over and get into lane. Pulling out of Walmart, no FSD. I, in fact, pull into the inside lane on 281 before I invoke FSD. Okay, once FSD is on, leave it on. So, like I've mentioned before, it's learned how to deal with the intersection to 1431 going eastbound, and that is significant ways up the street. In fact, it's a solid yellow line, although it has dashed yellow lines on the inside that solid yellow line, meaning it's a turn lane. That's what that means. It's a turn lane. So he pulls into that turn lane before there's a street down there that intersects. So he pulls into it before he even gets down there. What strikes me is how can he do that and not handle Quinlan Park Road, where it's more clearly determined where you're supposed to get over. I have a hard time with this part. But anyway, peace and harmony. It is what it is. So getting on 1431, going westbound. The car in front of us is going a little bit slow, but I mean, it's okay. And gradually he does speed up a little bit. So I don't know if FSD wanted to California road rage around him and go to the right to go around him, or possibly there was a car coming up to the stop sign on the street, and maybe he was reacting to the merge, as the message says, moving over for the merge. Why? They're coming to a stop sign. They're not going to be there. Either way, cancel the signal, brake on, FSD off, and human driver drives until the road becomes 2-lane, right? I mean, why? The outside lane that you're going to get into goes away. Why go there if it goes away? And let's face it, you're not going to rip-roar up the street, are you? No. So, why are you doing this? 'Cause it's cool! Yeah. Alright, so a little bit further down the road, we come up to the construction zone. They've finished their construction work, basically. But they still had the flag people out there. Poor guys. They're out there working away. Yes, in fact, I think there might have even been a lead truck when we came through before, and that lead truck wasn't there later. I don't know. Whatever. All the construction equipment's off the road, except for the convoy truck and the cones. Everything's off the road. I mean, whatever. Peace and harmony. So after the construction zone, so there's an end of work zone, and so cars start speeding up, but then we come across the end of construction. It seems to me that those signs are in backwards order, but whatever. For some reason, in the construction zone, people are suddenly slowing down. I don't know why you'd be slowing down here, but they are. And then we finally come up on the road to go up to Bertram. So there's a Suburban, whatever it was. Sometimes he'd tailgate me, sometimes he'd back off. Who knows? But apparently he's going to go left to Bertram. In the meantime, the car I'm following is also going to go up to Bertram, and he gets over. But FSD is going like, oh, he's stopping. He's in the other lane. Oh, but he's stopping. So it takes a while for this to get straightened out. In fact, it's taking so long, I put my phone on the accelerator to get the car moving again. Come on, man. Don't be this way. Service. Okay, it's down a pound. So there is, on Santa Rosa, there's a pothole, and FSD loves that pothole. He navigates straight for it every time. I mean, not that he's necessarily like turning to get into it, but the way he's lined up on the road, boom. I mean, that's what happened to me when I went down to the service center at St. Elmo, was FSD was on, he found that giant pothole and hit it square on the passenger front. Yep, that was a $400 repair. Man, come on. Okay, whatever. So, we're finally free of some people, and we're moving up the road. Cool. There is a box truck that's behind us a ways, and at first I thought he was going to catch up to us, but eventually we're leaving him behind, so he's not catching us. Great. I'm happy to see that. So the slow vehicle turnouts. I don't think Tesla knows what they're for, other than it knows that sometimes I will go into them, and that's because when FSD is driving, I'm the slow vehicle, right? We're slowing down to like 45, sometimes even 40 in a 55 zone. So when I get to a turnout, if somebody's behind me, I move over. Let them go. While FSD's trying to figure out what a road is. Okay, he knows what a road is, but you know what I mean. It's like, oh, well, so I see a curve going to the right, but you never know. TechStop may make it suddenly switch to the left. I have navigation data, and it doesn't say that, but I just wanted to make it up. Okay, get over yourself. Come on, man. Anyway, that's dealing with FSD. is if you're going around curves that he doesn't have good visibility on, he slows down. It's just the way he is. Okay. So anyway, we come across one of those turnouts, and FSD turns on his turn signal. Maybe he did figure it out. Maybe he looked behind him and said, "Oh, there's no cars behind me. I have to get over." Okay. Maybe that's what he's thinking. Who knows? All right. But the one that's closer, down by the Balcones Canyonlands Preserve headquarters, he turns on his turn signal, and he actually goes into it. Now, does he slow down while he's in there? No, he doesn't. It's a good time to slow down when you're in this. Okay, whatever. So, following the normal FSD practice, he's going to the white line marking the end of this turnout, forcing you back into the regular lane. And there's not much asphalt past that white line. Oh my goodness gracious. But the purpose of going to the turnout is to slow down and let other traffic pass you. That's the purpose of going in there. Anyway, whatever, peace and harmony. We survive. We're all in one piece. Yay. Anyway, it was interesting that he had no doubt he was going into it, and he just followed right through, like as if that's the way the route goes. The normal lane, a flow of traffic goes like that. Whatever, peace and harmony. It's all fine. Coming back, he didn't seem quite as tentative though, and it is slightly cloudier. It is a few degrees cooler. I'm not quite sure why it's cooler now. I mean, I see, but the clouds were there before. Well, but the sun's more covered. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if that's it. Whatever it is, it is. All right, so, the intersection with the road that goes down to Lakeside. Oh my goodness gracious. Here FSD got tentative, and he was slowing down. Now, to be fair to FSD, there was a semi coming up the hill, and he's at the stops. He's coming up to the stop sign. Okay. Now, if it was my 15-year-old kid, I'd go like, "Why are you slowing down here? Keep your speed up. Go by. Get away from that semi. If you slow down, you're inviting him to hit you." Okay, that's what I tell my 15-year-old son, my daughter. I have 3 daughters, right? But no, FSD is FSD. I sometimes they send out analysis paralysis, or whoever it is who's scared to do anything. Sometimes they send out California Road Rager who's like, "Oh, let's go the wrong way down the street." Who knows? Okay. Maybe they just don't have anything that shows, oh, see, when the lane goes like this and goes a little bit left, you just follow the lane and go a little bit left. Oh, what's that? Oh, if there's a stop sign there, that's okay. Those cars have to stop for that stop sign. Don't wait around to check to see if they do. Keep going. Peace and harmony. Okay, whatever. We managed to get through it. I think I had to put my foot on the accelerator to keep it going. Whatever. Going by the middle school. Nope, no flashing lights. I guess it's later. Well, it's 4:36 now, so yeah, I guess so. All right, it's coming by the high school. Do I want to say? So getting on to Loman Ford. Does a nice turn. Nice arcing curve going right. Wow, that was nice. Now he stays in the outside lane, but there's nothing pushing him to the inside lane yet, right? I just wish, oh, come on. Just, okay, whatever. It's just a dream. Until it becomes reality, it's just a dream. Okay, whatever. So, eventually further up Loman Ford, I do left turn signal to push him to the inside lane. And while I'm doing that, I look down at the navigation map. Navigation has plotted me to go down Dawn. Why would I go down Dawn? No, I hate going that way. Why? Because it's cumbersome, right? And you have to go slower, 25 miles per hour, I think it is. I don't remember. Maybe Thunderbird has 30. Whatever it is. I don't like going this way. Okay, so brake on, FSD off. Message sent, I'm not going down Dawn today. But still, I'm pondering, why would you go down Dawn? Why would you go down Dawn? Wait a minute. The high school zone should be active about now. It finally hit me. Is navigation having me go away from the high school just to avoid the school zone? Is that a possible reason? What? No. Well, guess what? Yes, the school zone is active in front of the high school today. Okay. No reaction. So the grade's an automatic F right there. No reaction to school zone. Okay, message sent about the lack of reaction. But is that the reason why you have me going down Dawn and Thunderbird? I mean, it's like being whipped. Whatever. Peace and harmony. Alright, so message sent. Coming up on the intersection of Boggy Ford, the light is red. And so we pull up. I think there was a car in front of me. That car left, and so I give the FSD a little accelerator to get him to move up, so at least I can see. Because the camera's actually behind my head, so I'm going to see before he can see if I'm looking that way. Anyway, so just about the time FSD decides that it can go, that's when a truck comes across. You couldn't really see the truck until it was right there, when it was crossing the street. Oh, brake on, FSD off. No. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. So yeah, the human driver did the turn, but I turned FSD back on because I remember going like, why is he accelerating so slow? Come on, man. No, FSD, but I had to brake. Okay, to be fair, I'm not remembering exactly how this worked out, but you know what? This is crazy. Anyway, obviously accelerating down the hill, FSD must have been on because I had to put my foot on the accelerator to get it go. But maybe I pulled the stock that fast. Could be. Anyway, well, as it turns out, we're coming up on one of the Cap Metro shuttle buses. Oh, this guy is going slow. Oh, before that, as we're turning, one of the Lago Vista ISD buses is coming up to the light. Man, he's coming in hot. Right? I mean, how hot can it be? The speed limit's 40, but he's coming in pretty stiff, pretty fast. Shouldn't be driving that fast on school bus. Not on city streets. Anyway, bus 370 if you want to check it out, but whatever. So anyway, we're following this Cap Metro shuttle bus, 33 miles an hour, and slower when he's going around the curve. You hear me complain about FSD slowing down. he's going down even slower. And you know what? His bus is leaning to the left. Anyway, whatever. He goes like this until he gets down to one of the two streets that turn left just before American. Oh, goodness. Whatever. So we get to American, make a beautiful left turn. A little bit slow, but we make a beautiful left turn. Get down to Santa Rosa. That's a pretty nice turn, yes. And other than having to break on FSD off because of the potholes in Santa Rosa, all this stuff is pretty good. So overall, the trip's pretty good. I mean, the slowdowns on 1431 make me crazy, but it is what it is. You know. But today, and that's part of the purpose of today, was to see if maybe it can go better. And it did. If I'd allowed navigation to take me down Dawn, I wouldn't have seen the active school zone down there at front of the high school, and you would have had a B. But we did go. I forced him into the school zone. The school zone was active. No reaction to it whatsoever. That's an F. So there you are.